Hello again, thanks for joining. So this is something I didn't know FALLER did. I'm used to them just making plastic construction kits, but here we seem to have a couple of container wagons with containers which are ready to run. The top one is number 440 and the one below is 443. I guess they had a range of these. I think they both got the same running numbers. Quite interesting to check these out. Quite cool retro boxes. I really love the colours on these. It really got something going for them. And on the back it's got a picture of a container terminal. Very 70s looking, so I think these are quite old models. This is the worst of the two boxes because the film here is starting to perish a little bit. But hopefully the wagons should be okay. Let's get them open and we'll check them out. Okay, so quite interesting container wagons. The one at the back has got a bit of damage. I think it's been caused when it was getting shipped to me, so I'm going to repair that in a minute. With each model we have a little bag of couplings and we've got 4 in there, so we've got 2 spare ones, but these haven't been opened from the factory, so I think I'm quite lucky because I think these have never been used. So the wagon is a fairly basic skeleton wagon. It has some good printing on here and it says Deutsche Container and it's got Hamburg there as well. So the printing on it is pretty good, but it's only on that centre panel, and this seems to be an entire plastic moulding with a piece of metal running down the middle. The wheels are plastic, but they've got metal axles, and there is a bit of flashing here and there. You can see that here. So it's not the best moulding in the world. Maybe the tools were getting a bit old when these were made. However, there's an acceptable level of detail here, and the weight is pretty good too. The first one here, we have these refrigerated containers, and they have an extra piece for the refrigerator unit on the end here. So they actually look quite pleasing. This one is starting to yellow a little bit with age, which is a shame because it's never been played with. And you can see underneath it's got these 2 holes here which fit to studs on the actual wagon. So it's quite a secure fit there, quite easy to put them on as well. The other one is a Hapag-Lloyd one and it's got the same refrigerator unit and it fits on as well very easily. So quite a pleasing little wagon, that one. But let's check out the other one. I think it needs a bit of a repair. So obviously the wheel has fallen out and this piece has come apart as well. I'm hoping it's just going to be a push fit back in. Well, that was an easy fix. It just clips in. You can see the clip there and there. So let's get this wheel back in as well. There we go. Easy as that. There are quite big flanges on these. And this one does have a bit of tarnish on the axle there because, you know, I guess it's quite old. It's the same wagon as before. It's got the same numbers and everything here in the centerpiece. But we do have different containers. This time it's a 40-foot Kodak one in yellow here, which looks not too bad. And the other equally bright is the Mitsu OSK Lines container. The doors don't open on these, but they do look pretty good. It's quite a convincing model of a container, that. And together this is a very bright little wagon. So the containers make these wagons look different enough, even though the actual wagon itself is exactly the same. It's not the best moulding in the world. Things like the brakes are miles away from the treads of the wheels. There's not great detail on it, but there's probably just enough really to be convincing enough. And moving around the track, you probably wouldn't notice any difference. However, the studs on the top do make it look pretty obvious if you haven't got a container on board. So you probably want to run these with the containers all the time. So I think maybe we'll put these on the scales and we'll see how much one of them weighs. So this one with the refrigerated containers weighs 94 grams. So these FALLER container wagons, quite interesting to find out that they actually did ready to run stuff, and they're actually not too bad. They're not up to modern standards obviously, and they've got a kind of basic level of detail on them. The containers are kind of okay, but I do like the refrigerated ones with the extra pieces on the end. Interesting that they came with extra couplings as well and you have to fit them yourself, but they are ready to run models from a company which has historically been known as being a kit manufacturer. So quite interesting in that respect. I think if you can pick these up cheap, they would add to an intermodal train easily enough. Going down the track, you probably wouldn't notice the level of details, or maybe I should say the lack of level of detail. But I'm sure they'd be convincing enough, or even in a yard at the back of the layout as well. You can get this 4-wheeled container wagon from many other manufacturers, so you don't have to be limited to this one. So I guess it all just comes down to price. If it's cheap, probably worth it. If it's the same price as something like Rocco, I'd go for the Rocco. Anyway, that's just what I think. What do you think about these wagons? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel. I'll put one of these on the turntable so you can see all the way around. And in a moment, an icon will appear for another video. Just click on that and I'll see you there. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. See ya.
So models train,